All right, let's stand up holding the weights. We'll just let the arms hang by your sides, collarbones wide. And we're gonna start with a side bend. Let your head fall over to one side, let that arm get heavier. Exhale, find your abdominals to help restack and lift up. Other side, your arm gets heavy, your head gets heavy on that side. And exhale, restack. Continue at your own pace. Inhale over. Exhale, belly button to spine and lift. Collarbones stay wide. One more each way. And at the top, we'll take some big, slow shoulder rolls. Really exaggerate that shoulder movement. Moving the collarbones, the shoulder blades, as well as the shoulders. And reverse. And we'll relax the shoulders. Let's take the arms just out to a low V, and we're gonna twist the arms in one direction and then twist the other direction. So rotating through your forearms, your wrists, and your upper arms, especially your upper arms. How far can you go in each direction? And it's okay if those shoulders maybe move a little forward and backward. Exploring the extremes here, 2 more of each. All right, let's turn the palms forward. We'll bend the arms to 90 degrees, elbows at your waist, and we'll rotate the arms out and in. Keeping the upper arms glued to your ribs, glued to your sides, rotating the upper arm bone within the shoulder socket. An option to stand on one leg if you're ready for a balance. If you're not quite ready, you could have your toes on the floor, kind of a little kickstand foot. And then if you're on one leg, switch it out. Root down through the standing foot, lift through the crown of your head. Working our rotator cuff muscles with the arms. If you're on one foot, come back to 2 feet. Let's take your elbows up to shoulder height, still with that 90-degree bend in your arms. We're gonna take the arms together in front of you and then out and back. Forward, feel the shoulder blades go wide as the arms come forward, and feel the shoulder blades squeeze as the arms come back. Two more of these. And then we're just gonna hold those weights kind of near the shoulders. A little bit of a relaxed position for those arms. All right, toes and knees pointing forward. We're gonna take some squats here, folding at the hips and knees and standing up. Keeping the back straight as you fold at your hip and knee joints and extend. Shifting the weight back into the heels as you bend. Slightly forward into the whole foot as you stand. Now the next time you stand up, we're gonna press those arms up and bend weights to the shoulders as you fold at the hips and knees. So up and down with those arms. Option to lift your heels at the top, lower the heels as you squat. Again, keeping the back straight or long. 3 more. Zip up through your abdominal wall. Let's squat down. Take the arms behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Tricep press. Bend your arms and press back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift the sternum. Weight into the heels. Sit those hips low. more. And we'll stand up, roll your shoulders back a few times and forward a few times. All right, we're gonna step our feet wide and we'll turn out. All right, bring the ends of your weights together. We're gonna lift up to the chin and then we'll squat down as you lower the weights. Open those knees wide and then stand and lift up to the chin. Inhale, sumo squat down. Exhale, zip up through midline. Again, keeping your back straight, folding at the hips and knees. Sending those hips way back as you sit. And hips will come forward as you stand. Three more. And we'll take that squat down and hold. Turn your palms in, lift your arms up to the sides and back down. Squeeze the shoulder blades as you lift sideways. The back is long, knees are open wide. Three more. And we'll stand up, step the feet in, and let's just toss those weights off to the side for now. All right, let's take a wide parallel stance, toes pointing forward, hands to your hips, and we'll take some big hip circles, yawning through the hip joints. Reverse. Back to center. We're going to keep this distance between the feet as we tip over to one leg and then over to the other leg. So side to side, maybe finding a little suspension, a brief balance, stiffening the hip joints so the space between your feet is the same the whole time. We'll hold our balance on one side. Little circles of your free legs stabilize your pelvis. Reverse. Hold that leg up. We're gonna pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the other side. Find your balance here. Little circles of your free leg. Stable pelvis, long spine on this angle. Reverse. Lift to the side, pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll step the feet down. Okay, let's take some big arm circles. Reach forward and up, back behind you and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, feel the space behind you. One more big circle. And we'll reverse. Okay, so we're gonna need some space behind us. We're gonna take kind of that wide turned out position so the toes and knees are pointed out. We're gonna fold at the hips and knees, come through that sumo squat, and bring your hands down to the floor. We're gonna step the right foot back to a plank, left foot back to a plank, right foot forward, take that foot wide, and left foot forward. So we're back in that sumo squat and then stand up. And we'll do that again. Fold at the hips and knees, hands come down. This time starting with the left leg. So left goes back, then the right. Left foot comes forward to the outside of your hand, right foot forward, and then stand. And we're gonna keep going like this. Squatting down, we'll go right, left, right, left. Standing up, squatting down, left, right, left, right. Twice more. Right, left, right, left. Last one. Left, right, left, right. And stand up. Okay, let's have a seat now. All right, we're gonna need one of our weights. One of our weights. All right, so knees bent, feet down on the floor or the mat. And we're gonna hold that one weight with both hands. So arms extended in front of you. Squeeze the knees, sit up tall. We're gonna hinge back as you inhale and lift up on the exhale. So again, keeping the back straight, hinging from the hips. Zip up through the abdominals to lift and come forward. One more. All right, let's stay tall. We're gonna twist to the right, come back to center, twist to the left, and back to center. Two more each way. Trying to stay tall through the spine. Press your feet down, lift up through the top of your head. Last time each way. Okay, back to center. Now hinging back. Press your feet down, squeeze your knees. Same thing from here, twisting right, back to center, twisting left. Squeeze the knees together. So a little more intensity in the abdominals now. If this is too much with that weight, you can do it without the weight. Let's come back to center and lift up. Just give your arms a little break, maybe roll the shoulders back and forward. Okay, so we're gonna add this all together for something circular. So we'll hold that weight or not, arms out. We're gonna start by twisting to the right, then hinge back or lean back. Stay in that lean as you twist left, and then come upright. Let's twist to the right, lean back, squeeze the knees, twisting left, and come up. To the right, rolling back, to the left, and up. One more, starting to the right. Squeeze your knees, press your feet down. And then reverse, twisting left, roll back or lean back, to the right, and come up. Getting the obliques turned on. Breathe however makes sense to you. Two more, starting to the left. And then we'll set that weight off to the side. Push-ups behind your back. Let's take the hands behind you. Fingers can point forward or sideways, legs however. You're gonna bend your arms and straighten. Feel free to step the hands back if you need a little more. Inhale, bend, exhale, press. Four more. Bend the arms, come halfway down. Little pulses, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Come all the way up. And again, roll your shoulders back a few times, forward a few times. All right, we're gonna walk the feet closer to your hips. Hold on to your shins or your ankles. We're gonna come up to the tiptoes, leaning back a little bit, and then you're gonna lift your feet and find your balance here. So slight rounding in the back. And we're just gonna find the edges of our balance. So you're gonna rock back to the edge of your balance back there, and then rock forward, find the edge of your balance there. So it's about an inch or two, not very big. Rocking slowly back and forward. Trying to keep the feet close to your hips. Finding the abdominals to control that. All right, and then find kind of the center place between the front and back. We're gonna tip over to the right hip. Maybe you lift the left hip. Back through center, and then over to the left. Trying to lift the right hip slightly. And again, super slow. Finding that balance for a moment, and then going to the other side. Let's go over to the right. Now this time we're gonna go back and through center, over to the left. We're going to do a circle, and then forward and center. So over to the right, rolling back through center, to the left, forward through center. So this little circle, and then reverse. Find that control. One more this way. Okay, let's take the hands behind you again, fingers pointing sideways, feet just slightly apart, and heels pretty close to your butt. We'll draw the shoulders down and lift your hips up. All right, from here we're gonna do some hip dips. You're gonna drop your right hip down an inch or two, pick it up, and switch. Drop the left hip down. So we're rotating the pelvis. Drop one hip, pick it up, then the other hip, pick it up. Two more of each. All right, now level the hips. Try and keep your pelvis stable as we lift one foot, step down, lift the other foot. Marching the legs, stabilize your pelvis. Trying not to drop a hip. One more each leg. Can you lift the hips a little higher? And we'll come all the way down. Okay, let's lay on your back. Okay, we're gonna straighten our legs down on the floor. Legs a little bit wide, so feet wider than your hips. And we're gonna do this lazy rotation of the legs. So you're gonna turn your knees in, or your toes in, and then turn the knees out. So internal and external rotation in the legs. Good, turning the knees in toward each other, and then out, away from each other. Heavy and stable through the pelvis. So just working this little rotator hip muscles. Some of them are in the back under your glutes. Some of them are kind of on the sides and the front. And it might even feel kind of nice, like a stretch. One more of each. All right, walk the legs just a little bit closer together now. Flex the feet. Let's reach your right heel forward, reaching your right leg longer than your left. And then switch, reach the left heel longer than the right. And switch again, trying to reach one leg forward, 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 and then switch. Two more each side. Getting that little bit of length and side bending. And then back to neutral. Relax the legs here. All right, let's fire up our lower abdominals. So from a relaxed position, I want you to keep the legs and glutes relaxed. We're just gonna try and use our lower abs. So take an inhale where you are. Exhale, draw your pubic bone toward your belly button, lengthening the lower back, contracting the lower abs, and then gently release as you inhale. Again, exhale, pubic bone to belly button. Inhale, release. Exhale, pubic bone to navel. Lengthen the lower back or flatten the lower back. And release. Trying not to use your glutes, not your legs, just your low abs. So it's a subtle movement, it's small. One more time. Exhale, pubic bone to belly button. And now hold it here. Maintain that engagement for the count of 10. Keep breathing. 9, 8, deep in 7, 6, a little deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, bend your knees. Arms down by your sides. We're gonna go into some bridging. Shoulder blades flat against the mat. Turn your palms in or up. Take a deep breath in. Equal weight in both feet as you exhale. Float the pelvis up. Open through the front of your hips. Again, draw your pubic bone just slightly toward your navel, getting those lower abs to engage. Stay for your inhale. Let's stay here for your exhale. Squeeze your abdominals around your spine. Again, stay for your inhale. Stay for your exhale. See if you can deepen that abdominal engagement, using the abdominals like a corset around your spine. Last time, inhale, hold. Exhale, hold. And then very gently lower all the way down. All right, hug your right knee with both hands. So now we're in a little bit of that pelvic tuck. The lower back is pressed down, the tailbone is curled slightly up. You're gonna try and maintain that pelvic position as you lift the hips just an inch or two off the floor. We'll hold and breathe here for 10, 9, deepen your abdominals. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down and we'll switch legs. Hug the left knee, hugging that knee so close that that pelvis is tucked. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, curl your hips just an inch or two off the floor. We'll hold and breathe for 10, 9, deepen your abdominals. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. All right, both feet to the mat. One more bridge. Palms facing in or up, shoulder blades flat. Take an inhale. Exhale, little pelvic tuck, float your hips up. Deepen the lower abs, and we're gonna stay up here. Keep your feet where they are, like your feet are glued to the floor. But I want you now to imagine that you're gonna slide your feet forward. And now imagine that you're gonna slide your feet back underneath your butt. Push the feet forward, engaging the quads, and then pull the feet back under your butt, engaging the hamstrings. Pushing forward, and then pulling back. 2 more of each. Push and pull, push and pull. Now keep that pull as you slowly come down. All right, let's extend the right leg up to the ceiling. Hold on behind your thigh. Flex and point your foot. Relax the shoulders. Circle the ankle and foot in the air. Reverse. And we'll switch legs. Flex and point. And then circle the ankle and foot. Reverse. And we'll set that foot down. Okay, you're gonna take your hands behind your head, or underneath your head. Elbows slightly up in your peripheral vision. Tuck your chin a little bit. Press your head down into your hands up into your head. So using the arms to cradle your head. Now from there, we're just gonna float the head up just an inch or so off the floor. Again, use your hands, your arms to support your head so the head is still pressing down, long through the back of the neck. From here, we're gonna take a side bend of the upper body. So we're gonna start to bring your right ribs toward your right hip, and you'll get a little stretch on the left side of the ribs. Come back through center, and then a side bend to the left. So contracting the left ribs, lengthening the right ribs. Come back through center. So I'm trying to keep the shoulders level as we side bend. Keep pressing your head into your hands into your head, and then go the other way. Can you also stabilize your pelvis as you do this? One more each way. Back to center, and we'll bring the head down. Let's grab our weights, and we'll take your arms up to the ceiling. Shoulders heavy. You could do this without the weights too. We'll scissor the arms, one arm back, one arm forward. Exhale to lift, and switch. Inhale. Exhale to lift. See if you can use your abdominals to help lift your arms up. Option to lift one knee up to tabletop as you lift the arms. Set it down as you scissor, lifting the other knee as you lift the arms. Lower down as you scissor. Using that abdominal engagement to help lift the knee as well as the arms. So your abdominals can help to lift your limbs. Navel down to lift up. One more each way. And we'll take both arms up. Let's take your legs to tabletop. All right. And we're gonna move the arms and legs in opposition. So let's take your right arm to the side, left knee to the opposite side. Come back to center and switch. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. You could do this with straight legs if you prefer, or you can stay at that tabletop. Imprint your lower back down into the floor. Two more each side. All right, arms up, legs to tabletop. Keep that imprint. We're gonna take toe taps. Lower your right toes down toward the floor. Exhale to draw your knee up and switch. Inhale, lower. Exhale, navel down to lift your knee up. And again, just one leg at a time. Keep pressing the lower back down the whole time. Don't let your lower back come up. One more each leg. Okay, a little bit of a lie. We're gonna add to this. So as your right leg comes down, we'll reach the left arm back. Exhale, bring it all up and switch. So opposite arm as leg. Navel down to lift your arm and knee. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Two more each side. Arms up, set the feet down. Let's take some circles of your arms. Small, medium, or large, but make sure that the weights stay within your field of vision. Keeping the weights in your periphery. Connect to your abdominals and your back muscles. Reverse. arms up, weights together. We're gonna bend to your forehead and press up. Tricep press. You're welcome to add the legs, bringing the legs to tabletop, straightening the legs as you straighten the arms and bending. You could do that with one leg at a time or both, or not at all. You could just focus on the arms. Navel down to lift your arms up. 4 more. And we'll set those weights off to the side, and let's roll onto a side. Using your arm to support your head. Okay, slight bend in the bottom leg. We'll extend the top leg out. All right, we'll flex that foot. Reach your leg a little longer out away from the crown of your head, maybe slightly lifting the underneath side of your waist. We'll stabilize the pelvis. You're gonna swing your leg forward on the inhale and point your foot. Swing back on the exhale. So forward and back, inhale, flex to the front. Exhale, point to the back, growing your leg long as you move. Think tailbone back as your leg comes forward. Think pubic bone forward as the leg goes back. That energetic opposition to help stabilize your pelvis. Flex your foot. Let's take that leg forward and hold. You're going to take little circles here. Stable pelvis. Reach that hip back. Reverse. And now point your foot, swing the leg back, press the top hip forward, squeeze your glute, your butt, little circles back here. Reverse. And we're gonna bend this leg through kind of a tabletop on your side. You're gonna kick forward, flex that foot, and then point and sweep to the back. Good, bend your knee. Take that leg forward, kick forward, flex the foot, and then sweep to the back, point. Bend, flex as you kick, and sweep back. Let's do one more. Bend it through. Let's reverse that. So we're gonna swing forward, bend the knee, and kick way back. Forward, bend. You can point and flex or not. Squeeze your glute as you kick back one more time. All right, let's bring that leg in line with your spine, and we're gonna straighten the bottom leg out. We'll hold the top leg just above hip height. You're gonna lift and lower the bottom leg. Exhale up, inhale down. You can use that hand in front of you for support or take it off the floor for more challenge. Draw your whole abdominal wall in toward your spine, back toward the spine. Hold the bottom leg up, little circles of the bottom leg. Stabilize the spine. Stabilize the top leg. Reverse. And now hold that bottom leg up, take the top leg up and down. Just a little up and down. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Let's draw both knees into your chest. We're gonna take the top hand behind your head, and we'll rotate down, tap your elbow to the floor in front of you, and then rotate back. Reach the elbow behind you, open your chest. 2 more, rotate forward and down. Tap the floor, rotate up and back, let your head fall into your hand. 1 more of each. This time, rotate back, let your head fall into your hand, and we'll stay here a little longer, a few extra breaths. Relax your torso, your shoulders, your head and neck. All right, we'll untwist. Okay, let's straighten out the bottom leg. We'll place your top knee down. And we'll lift and lower the bottom leg. Exhale up, inhale down. Belly button to spine as you lift. Hold that bottom leg up, little circles. Reverse. Hold that leg up, pulse it higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down. Straighten both legs. Long from your head, out through your feet. All right, navel to spine, we're gonna lift both legs up. Inhale down. Exhale, just that little lift. It's not very big. Inhale down. Belly button to spine as you lift. Now we're going to use that hand on the floor in front of you. We're going to lift the head as we lift the legs. Pressing more through the hand in front of you. Now maybe we lift that bottom arm up too. Little banana shape. And down. 3, 2, and 1, and lower down. Let's bend both knees, push yourself up onto your elbow, lift your ribs, make sure that elbow is under your shoulder, hand behind your head or hand at your hip. We're gonna lift the pelvis up, and we'll stay and breathe for the count of 20, 19, 18. Keep lifting the ribs, lifting the hips, navel to spine. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, and let's go to the other side. Starting all the way down on your side. Okay. Slight bend in the bottom leg. We'll extend the top leg out. Flex your foot and reach your leg out like someone's pulling your leg, lifting the underneath side of your waist. You're reaching that leg long. We'll keep reaching long as we swing forward. Inhale, point the foot and sweep back. Exhale. Inhale, flex to the front. Exhale, point to the back, stabilizing the shoulders, ribs, pelvis. Think of reaching your tailbone back as your leg comes forward, and your pubic bone forward as the leg goes back. So that little oppositional reach at the base of your pelvis. Three more. This time we'll flex and take your leg forward, little circles here, stable pelvis. Reverse. Point your foot, take that leg back, press the top hip forward, little circles back here, squeeze through your butt, your glute. Keep trying to pull that leg back, press the top hip forward, reverse. From there, we're going to bend that knee. You're going to kick forward, flex the foot, and then point and sweep to the back. Bend that knee, kick through and forward. Big knee bend, drive it forward. One more. And then reverse. forward, bend and big kick back. You can point or flex the foot or something of both. 2 more. And we'll draw both knees into, nope, we won't, sorry. Straighten both legs. Lift the top leg just above hip height, and we're gonna lift and lower the bottom leg. Exhale up, inhale down. You can use that hand in front of you for support or take it off the floor for a challenge. Draw your low belly in and up. Hold that bottom leg up, little circles of the bottom leg. Stable through the top leg. Reverse. Hold that bottom leg up, top leg up and down. Just a little lift and lower. 4, 3. And now we'll draw your knees into your chest. Take fetal position, top hand behind your head. We're gonna rotate down, tap your elbow to the floor. And rotate up and back. Open your chest to the ceiling. Again, rotate forward and down. Tap that elbow. Up and back. Let your head fall into your hand. 1 more of each. This time we'll rotate open or back toward the ceiling. Stay for a few more breaths. Relax your torso, your shoulders, your neck and head. All right, and we'll untwist. Let's straighten out the bottom leg. Rest your top leg in front of you. Up and down with the bottom leg. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Lift and hold, little circles. Reverse. Hold this leg up, pulse it higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down. We'll straighten both legs. Long line from your head out through your feet. We're gonna have that hand in front of you for support. Navel to spine, lift both legs. Inhale, lower. Belly button back and lift. Inhale, lower. Option to lift the head as you lift your legs. Pressing into that hand in front of you, especially. And now option to add the bottom arm, that underneath arm. Little banana shape. 4, 3, and last one. Okay, bend your knees, push yourself up onto your elbow, up onto your forearm. Lift your ribs and make sure that elbow is directly under your shoulder. Hand behind your head or hand on your hip. We're gonna lift the pelvis up and keep lifting your hips and ribs. Stay for the count of 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 10, 9, 8. Lift a little higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Let's come on up to sitting. Any sitting position, whatever is comfortable for your legs. And we'll use our weights a little bit more. Okay, elbows at your waist, palms up. We're gonna repeat the arms that we did earlier. We're just gonna rotate the arms out and in. Squeezing your upper arms into your ribs. Little squeeze in your shoulder blades too. And stabilize the shoulder blades in that squeeze. And let's add a little head turn just to stretch your neck, as long as that feels okay for you. Four more with the arms. All right, let's set those weights aside for the moment. Keep both sits bones anchored to the floor. We're gonna take one hand down, other arm over for a side bend. Breathing into the side ribs where you're getting that stretch. And then we'll go to the other side. Keep both hips down, reach the top arm long, breathe into those side ribs. And back up. We're gonna walk the hands forward, rounding the back. Breathe into your back ribs. Walk yourself back up. And we're gonna take the hands behind you, leaning back just a little bit. Lift your sternum, squeeze the shoulder blades, and now breathe into your front ribs. Getting a little bit of that back extension. And walk yourself back up. Let's grab our weights again. And we're gonna lift our arms up. Okay, we're gonna bend one arm behind your head and press up and then switch. And actually, let's bend one arm as we straighten the other. So we'll kind of switch like this, yeah. Lift up through your pelvic floor and abdominals. Stable and long through your spine. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1, and we'll set those weights off to the side. Let's stand up. We're gonna finish with a little bit of balance. We'll stand with one foot in front of the other, heel to toe. Equal weight in both feet, collarbones wide, and belly button to spine. You can keep your eyes focused on one point. That'll help to stabilize your balance. Or to challenge your balance, you can move your head and eyes to look around the room, like you're watching an imaginary fly zooming around the room. Maybe taking the eyes up and down a little bit as you look around. All right, let's switch legs. Other foot in front. Standing on your imaginary tightrope, equal weight on both feet, collarbones wide, navel to spine. You can keep your head and eyes fixed on one point, or you can move them around the room. Or a third option is to keep the head fixed and close your eyes. And release. Feet underneath your hip joints, let your arms hang. We're gonna take an inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears, as high as they can go. Exhale, slowly glide the shoulder blades down, getting a little taller. 2 more, inhale, lift the shoulders up. Create as much tension in your shoulders and neck as you can, and then let that tension slide off your body. Release. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slide the shoulders down. Let the tension fall off your body. Get a little taller, and you're all done.